All right, next up is Noel Rating's contribution to Axis Bold as Love, the song She's So Fine. On this song, Jimi Hendrix double-tracked his guitar parts throughout the song, and there's basically 2 rhythm guitar parts and then double-track leads that happen through the song. So first, let's go over the intro to the song, and I'm going to play the primary rhythm guitar part first, and then we'll do the overdub rhythm guitar part after that with the same track. Here we go. All right, now here's the secondary rhythm guitar part on the intro. All right, on this intro to She's So Fine, the drums started off and the bass comes in with... So the guitar then follows the bass, plays twice, and then there's a little lick. Pretty much based on A mixolydian, or the A major pentatonic. That makes it mixolydian with the flat 7 right there, the F sharp to G bend. And just that very last part is doubled by a second guitar. All right, now here's the She's So Fine verse section, and here's the primary rhythm guitar part first. All right, on this verse rhythm guitar part, Jimmy's playing an A5 power chord in first position. Then he drops a flat 7, the G note on it. Drops the 6 on it, which is an F sharp note fretted with the thumb. So there's a descending bass figure happening on the guitar, following the A5 chord. So you got A5, A5 with a G bass, A5 with an F sharp bass, A5 with an E bass. Plays a little pentatonic major guitar lick. Slides up to a D5 chord here. And instead of switching from D5 to C5, which is the sound, he just comes off the D and the G string, plays the C5 on those 2 strings, but keeps the D in the bass. Throws in that little lick from the intro again. And then he moves to holding an A triad, 7th, 6th, 5th frets on the D, G, and B string. Which moves into the chorus and a G chord. All right, now is the verse section with the secondary rhythm guitar part added to it. All right, on the secondary rhythm guitar part, the first 6 bars are virtually the same. And the lick. But then right here, it changes to a single note riff. Which is a cool accompanying part behind the power chord. And then with a single string, you can reinforce that A note while the other guitar is hitting the power chord. Here's the chorus section of She's So Fine, primary guitar part. Now here's the chorus section of She's So Fine with the secondary part added. All right, here's the two different chorus guitar parts. First, here's the primary part, rhythm guitar 1. Jimmy plays a G bar chord. No, it's not really a bar chord. Jimmy plays his typical major chord with the thumb root notes. 2 hits on quarter notes. Does a bend up on the 5th fret of the B string, E to F sharp. And then plays the intro figure again. Then he plays a little bit different, sliding up 7th fret on the A and D string, the 5th fret on the D and G string, and then, so that was a double stop, 7th fret on the D and B, back to the 5th fret on the D and G. Now the secondary rhythm guitar part plays a little melodic figure, 2 notes played in harmonies of a third. This is in the key of A, so you have the notes B and D, up to C sharp and E, to D and F sharp, and back. And then this part plays a harmony to the other part. In the first bar, it plays the same lick. Then it doubles it a third higher, then a 5th higher. But then he ends by playing, which is actually a harmony of a 9th, very unusual. The lower guitar is playing G up to A back to G, but this is A to B. Now here's the bridge section of She's So Fine, primary rhythm guitar part. And here's the bridge section of She's So Fine with the secondary rhythm part added to it. All right, let's go over these rhythm guitar parts on the bridge section of She's So Fine. The primary guitar part does a typical Chuck Berry kind of rock and roll between root 5ths on a D5 chord and root 6ths. And then same thing in E. And then Jimmy plays a cool little lick sliding up to the major 3rd and then pulling the root back to the flat 7. Back to the other. Second time he keeps both notes fretted. And then he just sustains 8th note hits on an E chord, E5 power chord, and lets it ring. 2, 3, and 2, 3, and. The other guitar part is based on a dominant 7th voicing, just a 3-note chord. You got 5th fret, 4th fret, 5th fret. This is D7. And then moves that up to E. Then switches to the same E5 power chord the guitar 1 was playing. Now here's the She's So Fine guitar solo. Jimmy double tracks this solo, but plays virtually the same thing on both guitar parts, so I'm just going to play it on one guitar. All right, this is a very interesting guitar solo. There's a drone string involved, a G. Now, one thing I'm doing here in this demonstration, since the guitar solo was doubled, I'm using an analog delay on a very short slapback to sound like more than one guitar. So you got a little melodic figure on the B string played against that open G. And then a quick trill between the major 6th and the 5th, which we've seen on a variety of Hendrix songs. And then the same melody again. And then he does this trill longer for 2 bars, and then he comes off with a open string dive bomb with the tremolo arm. Now here's the She's So Fine outro. There's a rhythm guitar part and a solo over it, an outro solo. So here is the rhythm part first, and then I'll play the lead guitar part over that part. All right, on this outro rhythm guitar part, Jimmy is now using the open A as a pedal tone, playing descending riff on the D string, and he does that repeatedly. And then once you get to bar 6, he'll go like that, and then it ends with, which is this D5 power chord with a F sharp on the bottom, fretted with the thumb. And then he picks these 2 notes again and descends with the tremolo arm. All right, on this outro solo, Jimmy incorporates that same sort of droning modal quality that the song has had from the beginning, you know, from the... So he plays a solo based on the A Mixolydian mode. A Mixolydian is just like A major, but it has a dominant 7th in it. And he plays the scale ascending in the beginning of the solo, starting from the major 3rd C sharp. Then right here he plays the minor 3rd. But one of the things to remember is Jimmy gets that raga-like vibe by moving those phrases around so quickly. And likewise, the other guitar he plays to end the song, sustains the last chord, and does a dive with the tremolo arm.